All right, so in this video, I'll be walking you through a $200 million funnel behind one of the fastest growing e-com brands in the entire industry. These guys scaled $200 million from literal zero from the ground up in 3 years, which is exceptional, right? And if you don't know who I'm talking about, it's, as I said, one of the fastest growing brands in the entire industry. It's BRÄZ, right? So in this video, we'll be focusing mainly on email marketing. Now, from what I've seen, these guys are actually not running any meta ads at the moment, or they might be, but they're using some other accounts because, as I said, it's a THC drink, so it's very difficult to actually market on Meta, right? They are running some Google ads, but that's not very interesting to us here. What's very interesting to us here is like their email, because these guys are literally one of the best, right? Like what they can do is literally create a masterclass on running email marketing. So let me walk you through the first step of the funnel because I don't really want to waste much of your time. This is very exciting. So the first step, pop-up form, right? So when I was collecting this data, these guys were running, I guess, a split test of these two variations. So let me walk you through the first one first. So the first one is a two-step, very simple pop-up form. And I would say worst variation, but I'm not sure how it's converting. Like you can't really judge it just based on, wouldn't say looks, but approach in general. You actually have to test it, right? So let me walk you through the first approach first. So step one is pretty much the offer itself. So we're doubling your order, buy any 12 pack or more of OG Micro and it will double your order for free, no limit. So this is actually a very, very strong offer itself. So the thing that's actually carrying this entire pop form is the offer itself. Design, okay, pretty good, standard design, nothing really crazy. It doesn't really matter that much, but the offer itself is what's really important here. So offer is very good, but the approach itself could be way better, as you'll see in the next example. Now, step two, I wouldn't even call it step two. It's pretty much just a success page. So it's just like, hey, like you're in, get your free stock, shop now, just CTA. Super simple, super to the point, but it's not bad in terms of like the offer, but the rest of the approach is not very good. Let me actually show you what a better approach would be and what they were testing. So the next pop-up form is a 4-step pop-up form, and it's a quiz style pop-up form. So this is actually approach we use for literally every single one of our clients, like different kinds of, but mostly quiz style pop-up forms and interactive pop-up forms. And this has been proven to convert way better than this, at least for every single one of our clients that we tried it with, which is pretty much every single one of our clients. So this is what I advise you try for your brand, or if you want us to build it for you, first link in the description, go ahead now, right? But let's take a look at the offer first. Again, a great approach. You got the mystery offers. This is something we love doing, right? Because people like, if your offer is weak, especially, doing this kind of thing is going to be very good. Because if you have like, hey, you got 10% off, like, okay, it's fine, 10% off, right? But people don't really care because it's like they see it everywhere, right? But if you approach it with like, hey, you got a mystery discount, a mystery offer, whatever, it's going to be way better, right? And you bet like this might be this offer, just framed differently. Like here, they're just explicitly saying like, this is the offer. Here, they're just framing it as a mystery discount. You don't have to change anything in the back end. You can just frame it differently, right? So you got a mystery discount to claim. Let us know what are you interested in. And this is kind of like the most important part of this approach, pop-up form approach, which is like this quiz element, okay? So you're asking customer a question and then you have a few options. Usually 2 to 4 options is going to be your best guess, right? Now, does this thing here really matter? Probably not. Like for them, it might matter in terms of like they're a bigger brand, they're selling like THC and then non-THC drinks and both. And then what they can do is like they can create different flows based on what people actually chose here. So they can do like a THC welcome flow and non-THC welcome flow and like combine whatever. They can do that. That's fine. But like if you're a smaller brand, if you're not a $200 million brand, and if you don't really have a clear distinction between your products, you can just put whatever here that is like relevant to your niche, to your products in general, and just have it there as like the whole function of this is not really to kind of like sort people based on different preferences. It's more to just get people feel important, right? Like, oh, this brand is asking me a question about me. And like people, as you know, love talking about themselves and like what they prefer, what are they interested in, right? And then they're naturally going to answer it, right? And also it's a very easy, low friction way to get people invested into the whole thing because of the whole bias that they need to finish what they started. Like it's a very low friction way to get them to start it. And then they are more likely to finish it, right? It's a low commitment step. Then next step is like we have another question. So what do you want to feel? Social, uplifting, relaxing. Now, what they can do, you don't have to do 2 questions. You can do only 1. You can do 3 if you want, whatever. It's up to you to test it. They're probably testing it that way to see what works better. So again, you can do as many questions as you like, but usually 1 to 2 is going to be your best guess that's going to work the best, right? So what do you want to feel? Social, uplifting, relaxing. Now, for this question here, I'm guessing that they have THC and non-THC welcome flow, but for this here, they probably don't have a THC social flow and then THC uplifting welcome flow, whatever. So this here is literally useless, but it's here to get people as another little friction step to get them to complete the whole thing. And now we get to the place where they can enter their email address. Now, what you'll notice is that they're not collecting phone numbers, which means that they're not doing email marketing. Now, that is very reasonable and very realistic because they're a THC products. It's very hard to get it approved to run SMS marketing. I know because we have another, not in a THC niche, but in like another client in cannabis niche, and they can't run SMS marketing because Klaviyo doesn't approve it and all the other platforms that don't really approve it. So they can run email, like that's fine, but SMS is not really a thing for these guys. That's fine because these guys are killing you with email, okay? So as you can see, they can enter email here now that they've gone, the customer have gone through 2 kind of like low friction, low commitment steps. They are going to most likely enter email address. So these 2 steps are going to really massively boost the opt-in rate on this step. And the last step is pretty much the success page. And then they're featuring the offer. So the offer is actually different than this one. But as I said, they could have literally ran the same offer, just framing it as a mystery offer. But the offer here is like pretty much tiered discounts, which is fine, which is pretty much 10% off, as you can see. So say 5 on 50, 10 on 100, 15 on 150. So it's pretty much 10% off, just like I mentioned here. But it's first of all framed differently. So like a tiered discount, which is like sounds way more interesting and like boosting your AOV and all that stuff, right? And also it's like framed as a mystery offer, so people are way more likely to actually opt in. So that's what I said. Like if you had a kind of like a worse offer, weaker offer, whatever, you can make up for it with a mystery discount angle. Now, emails themselves. So email welcome flow. So the first email you get is this one. So it's pretty much $5 store credit with code feel better. Now the reason this is different to this offer is because I was actually on their list way earlier and then I just collected their pop-up form. So the offer might be different right now, but this is what you get is a welcome email. This is what you used to get. It's probably very similar right now. So pretty much we have hero section. So the first very important thing you can see here is that they have a button above the fold. What it means is like when I open this email on my phone, I'll be able to see this button without scrolling. So immediately I open it and on my phone, immediately I can see and click the button and take action and buy, right? The structure is pretty simple. So we have headline, sub-headline, or like short body copy, whatever, CTA, and then we have some hero image that's like nice, very cool. It looks very pretty. Like you can see how this thing is going over this thing. So like the can is going over this box. So it makes it look like 3D and whatever. That's very nice effect, but it's also not too much in your face. Like it's not really distracting you from this and this part. Then here we can like, they're setting expectations and then they're delivering the offer. Now, what I would do here probably is deliver the offer up here because the offer is the reason people actually subscribe to your email. But this is again fine because it's not too much content before the offer and the offer itself is very prominent. It's like $5 store credit, like big font, right in your face. The same thing with this part here with the CTA. So it's fine. But again, I would probably deliver it here because that's our approach, honestly. And that's what we like to do. Like deliver the offer, have a CTA up here so people can go ahead immediately, boom, click, select the discount, buy, right? But this is also a fine approach. Then they're talking about their products, right? Like really quickly introducing the products themselves. Super simple, nothing crazy, just a few sentences, a few points, and that's it. And then like find a store near you. This is not really important. I probably even get rid of this because it's distracting. And what I would do is actually put a big CTA button here, like this one, and put the offer above it. And that's it, because when people scroll down here and they decide to buy, what they can do actually is click there and like buy instead of going up here and finding this and clicking there. What I would also do potentially, but they don't have to do it here because it doesn't really fit the actual structure. Like what I would do usually is like for every single product that I have in the email, I would put like a specific button for that product. So elevate, and then it would have like shop elevate, amplify, shop amplify, right? And every single product would have its own CTA button. So people are like, okay, I want to buy flow. So I can click shop flow or buy flow or whatever your CTA is, and then buy that specific product. So that would be another upgrade I would make to this email. Email itself, as you can see, is like very beautiful, like looking very good, very smooth. But the main issue I see with it is like delivering the discount okay, it's fine. It's like 7 out of 10. But another thing is CTAs. CTAs here are perfect, right? Like we have above the fold, we have one after the offer, great. But I would add at least one here with the offer, and then potentially with like for every single product, or you could do like product categories. So you could do like, if these are like, you could organize it like these are like THC ones, not THC ones, both, whatever. And you could do like shop THC drinks, shop non-THC drinks. So that would be the approach I would have, right? So for email 2, they have pretty similar things. So again, feel good today, feel good tomorrow, short body copy, hero image, and then button. This button would need to be higher up because I'm pretty sure this wouldn't be visible from when you open it on your phone immediately, which is a bad practice. Like it would probably boost their conversion rate slightly. Again, we have the offer here. Take advantage, use your $5 store credit, use code feel better. So this is a very good practice, putting your code in the CTA so it like stands out, because you can see the slime color stands out from the rest of the email. So people are most likely going to read this, especially the fact that this is like caps locked, right? So it's like all caps. The actual code is going to stand out, right? So that's the approach here, like deliver discount mainly, just another touch point to get people to not forget about you, right? And the next thing is like design behind the experience. So like 3 quick points, like a short infographic. That's what people like to see, not too much text. Like they could have put this without the icons, without this formatting, right? And just put it as like text and deliver the same information, but people just wouldn't read. This way, it's like, okay, we have THC, we have CBD, we have lion's mane, and it's like people can read each point if they want to. They can skip the points. They can like read only about CBD, whatever they care about, and then they have a CTA. What I would do here again is like deliver the offer here again, just to remind people, because yeah, surely you can be like, okay, but I can see it here, so I don't need to have it here. But what you need to keep in mind is that like 90% of your readers, probably even more than that, are like phone users, right? They're going to be reading this on the phone, right? So what this is going to look like for them is more like this, right? So they can see it here, and they scroll down and they see the CTA, right? But they don't see the offer, and they might forget about it because they're not thinking about your offer all the time. So you need to be reminding people of your welcome offer every single email, every single CTA. Be like, hey, use this code, use this code, use this code for this discount, whatever, right? That should be your approach for every single welcome email. The same thing here. Now, this is a very good approach, putting a banner up here with the offer. So you have a $5 store credit with code FeelBetter5. What I would do here is probably make this slightly bigger and then bold this code just to make it stand out more. But overall, very good approach. That's something you should probably try for your own emails. So instead of having it down here, you can put it as a banner up here so people can see it immediately, but it also doesn't interfere with the rest of your concept of the email, right? So what we have here is like a banner, and then we have the not so secret is out, 8,000 plus reviews later. The fact is undeniable. So this email is going to be about reviews. Experience it again. I would put this a little bit up here. So probably I would put it here and then get this hero image down here. That would probably be my approach, because again, people can see the offer here, see the CTA, and they're like, okay, fine, let's buy it, right? Highly recommended. So again, like a subsection of testimonials. They feature 3 testimonials. Now, what they do is they don't just feature testimonials that are like, great product, buy this, whatever. They're actually featuring some specific testimonials. So let me show you. I've been sober for over 4 years and struggled to find a way to chill after a long or stressful day. Thankfully, I came across BRÄZ. This is something I'm able to enjoy and still be present. Unlike other THC CBD products I've tried, BRÄZ gives me an uplifted feeling. So this is a very specific scenario. Like people have been sober, they don't know what to do, can't find an alternative to their THC CBD product usage, right? And they're like, oh, I can actually use this. This guy's saying that it's worked for him, so it might work for me as well. Let me try it, right? Highly recommended, excellent and refreshing, and provides the benefits of decreased stress and anxiety, a great alternative to obtain a relaxing state of mind. So it's kind of like, okay, like I'm stressed, I'm anxious, let me try this, right? I have tried quite a few of these new THC mushroom drinks, and I have to say I'm the most happiest with the taste and effects of BRÄZ. My favorite for sure. Like, okay, like it's adding some credibility. Like I've tried a few of these, and this is the best one. Like obviously, this is not going to get all the people to buy, but it's going to push a few people over the fence because they're reading these reviews. So featuring testimonials, but specific testimonials actually overcoming a real objection people have is a very, very, very good approach in your emails, right? So that's something I advise you do. They're promoting their app here, whatever. That's fine. Now, the next thing, urgency. Very, very important and very, very good execution on this one. So what I did for this email is super simple. Hey, your offer expires in this amount of time. This is the offer, done. Like nothing else. They're just instilling some urgency, showing you the offer and being like, hey, if you want to use this offer, like we don't have much time to waste. You have this amount of time left. Use the offer. Done. Like no education, no testimonials, nothing. Like just pure urgency. And that's the whole focus of this email. The focus of this email was testimonials. The focus of this email is like urgency, and that's what they're focusing on. Like nothing else to distract you, just pure urgency. And this is what I love. Like this approach when we're running sales and any important events, I love this approach. Just like putting like an actual countdown timer and the offer, and then that's it. Like for Black Friday, it works flawlessly. Cyber Monday, Christmas, whatever. Like try this out. Trust me, you're going to be surprised. The next thing, plain text emails. So now this is going to be something you would see a lot of in their marketing in general, in their email marketing, because these guys are masters of plain text emails. So let me read this whole thing to you because it's very good. Your $5 store credit code expires in an hour. Don't say we never warned you. So you can see the actual subject line is very like coming from a friend, like very casual, nothing crazy. Like this part here is like, okay, it's like from a brand, but this part here is like, it's coming from a friend, okay? Corbin here, remember me? I'm the BRÄZ brand manager we mentioned you'll be hearing from. Come back here. Here's what to expect from our emails. Get ready for direct messages from Corbin. Trust us, they're best part of the inbox. They are, trust me, actually. Inspo for elevating social and solo moments and exclusive deals like this one. So they mentioned it in the first email that you'll be getting emails from Corbin, plain text emails, and they're really good because they actually are really good. And then email 5 is actually a plain text email from Corbin, which is very good. So Corbin here, remember me, I'm the BRÄZ brand manager we mentioned you'd be hearing from. Well, right now, I'm jumping in with something urgent. Your $5 welcome credit expires in 1 hour. This is literally your last chance to try what everyone be talking about, the clarity, the euphoria, the perfect balance, and zero hangovers or regrets, all with $5 off your first order. Just use code FEELBETTER5 at checkout before it disappears. Can't wait to hear which product you end up loving, the single, double spirit, or maybe you'll go all in with a bundle. Talk soon, Corbin from BRÄZ. Magic button, another very, very good approach they've been using because actually every single one of their plain text emails features this thing here, a magic button, because it's like curiosity driven, it's fun, whatever. It leads to their website, obviously. But it's like you're boosting your click rate for free, literally, and it does fit your brand, like values, your brand, just your brand voice in general, right? PS, very important. Every single email you should have, in every single plain text email, you should have a PS section because after the first line is the most read part of the email. So people usually do like read, skim, read, right? So then the most important things, the second most important thing or the most important thing of the email should be PS section, right? So PS, you'll learn that these buttons are indeed magic. And that's if you reply, a real human will respond. Try it out. Very good PS section. Like what we usually with PS sections for our clients is like do another CTA. But in this case, this is probably a better approach because they are doing a CTA, which is kind of like we have a CTA here, but they're pushing you to check this CTA here without adding any CTAs here. Hope that makes sense. They're not adding a specific CTA in the PS section. They're just referring to another CTA here in a very smooth way, right? And also, if you reply, a real human will respond. What they're doing here is actually try it out. They're actually pushing you to reply, which will boost their deliverability because when actual email providers see that you're getting a lot of responses, they'll actually boost your sender reputation. So another very, very, very good trick that they're using. And everything is so subtle. Everything is like implied, but it's also very good for them, right? So the next thing, site abandonment flow. Claim $5 store credit with code FEELBETTER. So welcome to the party. If you're new here, let us introduce you to your new best friends, whatever. They're talking about different products they have. So this is a very good approach for your site abandonment flow. So if you don't know, site abandonment flow is the flow someone enters when they visit your website, but they don't take any specific action. So they don't view a specific product. They don't add anything to cart. They don't start a checkout, whatever. They were on your website. They are a part of your email list. So for example, they came to your website, they opted to your email, but they haven't done anything. They're going to get added to the site abandonment flow and receive these emails. Now, the very, very good approach for this is to actually show them some products because people came to your website, but they didn't take the next step in the funnel, which is like viewing a specific product, adding to cart, etc. So what you can do is like show them some real products that they can actually add to cart, right? To show them some products like this product, why they should do that, why they should add this one, whatever. And that's a very good approach. Another good approach you can use is like show product categories. If you have a lot of product categories, so this works for example, fashion. If you have fashion, you have like, you're not going to show them like this t-shirt and these pants, whatever. You can do like, hey, we have t-shirts, we have pants, we have jackets, whatever. And like, these are our product categories. So you can go ahead and like click the one you're most interested in. Now, what you can see is very interesting is the fact that they're promoting this discount code here, which is a welcome discount, right? The reason most likely they're doing this is because they have a split inside of their site abandonment flow, which filters people out based on whether they use the code or not, whether they made the purchase before or not. So this is a trick we use for most of our flows we do for our clients, right? So what you do is like you make a split based on whether people made a purchase ever or not in Klaviyo, right? And then what you can do is feature this welcome code in every single one of your flows, right? So you can do it for site abandonment, abandoned cart, browser abandonment, abandoned checkout, whatever, because that way you're giving people a discount, but you're actually giving people a discount that they already had. So that's a very good approach. That's something I advise you do. It's very simple to set up. You just add a banner and make a split, and that's it. Like you can send the exact same email, just featuring this banner, and it's going to be very simple, but also very effective because a lot of people are going to get pushed over the fence, and you're not losing a lot of the margin because it's the same discount that you've been already giving out, right? So this one, very good email. Now, the next thing, again, pretty much the same approach, which is like use this code and then like, testimonials, right? So again, the same thing, like just featuring testimonials, right? But very, very specific testimonials overcoming real objection customers might have. So I'm not going to read every single one of these. It's pretty much the same as the previous one. You can see the subject line is also the same. The not so secret is out, but it's also very, very good and effective subject line, obviously. So that's their site abandonment. Now, abandoned cart flow. Now, the only one I could find is this one. I did not receive any other, but there just might be some different, filters. They might have smart sending turned on, which really doesn't allow you to receive more than one email in every 16 hours, whatever. I'm not sure, but this is the only one I received. But you can see this is their abandoned cart flow. So close your eye. It's still here waiting for you whenever you're ready to experience that liquid magic. So what I have here is actually a dynamic product section, which shows the exact product you left. So the image, the name, and the price. Now, if you don't know how to set this up inside of Klaviyo, I have a great video showing exactly how to set this up for abandoned cart, abandoned checkout, and browser abandonment flow. It's going to pop up right now. Go ahead and watch it because it's a fantastic video. So, as I said, they have this CTA, super simple. Now, what you can do for your emails is literally just have this part here. So, some sort of a headline, dynamic product section, and CTA. That's it. Now they added this part here, which is like kind of like trying to boost their AOV. That's the play here because they're like add just a bit more to hit $125 and shipping's on us. So they're trying to boost their AOV, but by offering free shipping, and they are showing you the stuff that you could add. Right now, from what I can see here, this part was built inside of Klaviyo, so this might be actually different for every single person, but I might be wrong, right? And then we have some testimonials, again, super simple. Now, these were not as long as specific as these ones here, but they are also still very good. Like, so next thing we have are email campaigns. Now, these are fantastic. So let's look at this one. So this one here, they're promoting this bundle offer they're having. So the subject line is the science behind how you've been feeling, and they're actually using this heart. You'll see that they love using this heart emoji, burning heart emoji, whatever, because they have it in almost every single one of their emails in the subject line, right? So take this feeling with you. March moves fast. Here's how to keep up without burning out. And then they're showing you a couple of products and kind of like telling you why it's a good choice for you and when you should apply it, in what scenario, what you should drink in, and whatever. So very simple email, like featuring an infographic, different products are featured for different products, and it's very easy to consume because you don't have to read the entire thing. You can just go ahead, like read this thing if you're interested in that, and this thing, and you don't have to read this and this. So that's the way you should be structuring your emails. Like even if you have a lot of copy, it should be like broken down so people can choose what they read and what they don't read, because people don't really care about reading this entire thing. But what you can see here is they don't have a CTA in the hero section, which is a bad thing. Now, I do like a short subject line, a short headline, short subheadline, but I would like to see a CTA here as well because it would really boost their conversion rate. Anyway, the next thing is a plain text email. So 3 alcohol myths most of us never question from Corbin. So dry January tends to do one useful thing. It creates enough space to notice how things actually feel. So this is from a really mandated brand, which is like dry January. So they sent a lot of emails actually around this time, and they actually sent a lot of this email around this same topic, right? So a lot of people drink because of a few long-held beliefs that sound right until you pay attention. Here are 3 words questions, and then they feature 3 myths, and then it actually promotes the product, right? And it's actually, they tie in the whole event, which is like dry January, to this product, like how you can use it as an alternative, whatever. So very, very good approach. So it's like a plain text email. It's written in a way that's interesting to read because you have these sections like myth 1, myth 2, myth 3. It's actually and it's an interesting topic, right? And then what you can see here also is a PS section. So PS, you can get free 4-pack of OG Micro on orders of $100 plus, but it's only available for limited time only, ends January 31st. So again, as I said, PS section, probably one of the most important parts of your plain text emails. Don't forget it and make sure you put actually something important in it, like your offer, for example. Next thing, so you're not doing this alone. Again, burning heart. So this email is just a campaign featuring testimonials, but as I said, like real testimonials overcoming real objections, not just great product, great company, buy their product, whatever. So that is something you could do as well. What's missing here is like probably a discount CTA here, but what I can notice is this CTA here, which is actually very, very good. The way it kind of like looks on these testimonials is very cool. The fact that it's not like here, like a separate button, but it's actually integrated in the testimonial box. It's very good. So you don't really have to add another one here. And that's what I like. Like you need to have a lot of CTAs in your email, because the more times you ask for a sale, the more likely you are going to get it. But also don't be too pushy with it. Like don't take this too seriously, okay? The next email, we did a lot this month. So this email is really about reviewing September. So September highlights, we packed a lot into 30 days. Here's what happened. So this is another kind of like email angle you can use. So really showing people the stuff your company achieved in the past 30 days, 6 months, a year, whatever, like doing highlights of the month, 6 months, quarter, year, whatever. That's something you can really do. So the whole reason I'm showing you these campaigns is actually to show you different angles you can use. We have here a plain text email showing 3 alcohol myths most of us never question. Then we have another campaign showing like different testimonials. Then we have another campaign showing highlights of the month, right? Then we have this campaign, which is really good. A margarita you won't regret, the BRÄZarita. So this is an email campaign showing how to create a mocktail or cocktail, whatever. And it's actually showing you the real recipe, right? Very, very simple, very short email. You can see infographic, looks very beautiful, but very easy to consume, but also very actually valuable, because people might actually go ahead and create this. How does this make you more money, or BRÄZ, right? By actually creating a recipe that uses one of their products, which is like BRÄZ shots, whatever. So that is a very, very good approach. But also, you don't have to tie in your product to every single one of these emails, because the point of these emails is not just to sell. It's like to build trust with people and to stay top of mind. Because you can just stay top of mind this way, like sending emails, different emails about your brand, whatever. You don't even have to sell hard. But then when you make an ask, when you make an offer like this one here, for example, people are more likely to buy because you're top of mind, you're building trust, you're actually overcoming objections with emails like these. And then even if people don't buy immediately here, they are going to buy here, right? When you actually make an offer. So this, in my opinion, has been a masterclass on email marketing from BRÄZ. I hope you found value, because I'm sure you did. You learned a lot. I really tried to break down every single little detail I could from these emails. As I said, it's like packed with value. It's probably, hopefully easy to follow. I tried my best because there is a lot of things that I needed to cover in this video. So if you need someone to run your email marketing on a purely performance basis, which means that you only pay in results, there is literally no risk for you, go ahead, click the first link in the description. Also, this document is also, as I said, going to be linked in the description for free. No need to opt in for some newsletter or something like that. Just for free, click the link, open the doc, and take a look at these emails if you want yourself. So that's it for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.